Second Opinion Games.
Number 12, Pinball. But there's a couple different pinball games on the WiiU eShop, and I want to make sure you pick the one that's right for you. One of the obvious choices is Zen Pinball 2. There's a ton of different cabinets here. I recommend the Marvel ones because you have Deadpool, with Deadpool jumping around and breaking the fourth wall by playing a pinball machine inside of a pinball machine. It's ridiculous, and you better believe he's going to be the one to point that out. There's lots of different Marvel characters here too. I even like this one Infinity Gauntlet board where the ball actually changes color depending on which storylines you trigger. That's right, for those people that don't know, a lot of pinball machines have goals and different storylines to play through, which is something that is just mind-boggling how much information and detail they shove in each of these boards. Now, they could feel like real-life boards, but sometimes things just don't act right. Luckily, Zen Pinball is really good at knowing ball physics, and nothing feels too out of place, and when something does feel a little out of place, it's usually in your benefit, like giving you free balls if you happen to die a little bit too quickly. It's overly generous with that, and the boards do vary quite a bit, and there's even a Castle Storm board from that video game. If you haven't watched that review, please go ahead and do so. That was a terrific game, and it makes an even better pinball experience. Yeah, Zen Pinball 2 is terrific, except for the price point. After you buy a couple of cabinets, you have to keep on spending money to buying many more cabinets, only a few of which you're actually gonna like and continuously come back to. Yeah, there's still some online scoring here going on, and you could have the top score for the week, but no one really cares about that, do they? It's kind of all about the sitting down and having fun with it. There's the Star Wars pinball games, also on the WiiU eShop, also made by Zen, so the ball physics feel all about the same. Everything I said before goes here as well, except for now everything's done with Star Wars music and Star Wars characters. However, all of these tables don't feel as good as the ones over on Zen Pinball 2. They feel like they were lazily thrown together by a couple of LucasArts employees that didn't know what to do on their weekend. However, there is still a lot of fun to be had here. It's just for those people that are die-hard Star Wars fans. Then there's the Pinball Arcade. Now this is a completely free download, and being free, they give you exactly one cabinet, Arabian Nights. And I gotta tell you, for one free cabinet, they picked a dinger with this one because it is amazing to play. I like everything that goes on this board, and getting a high score is something that you're gonna rack up really fast, and you're gonna want to because the storyline here is unbelievably well crafted. But then you start to wonder, what else does this have? Well, for about $3 a piece, you could go through the different seasons and then download that cabinet individually. What happens if you don't know if you're gonna like a cabinet or not? Well, you can try it before you buy it, playing for like 5 or 6 minutes at a time, completely scratching that pinball itch that you had to do. And these are real-life arcade cabinets, which means the sound effects and pinball physics have to be just right in order for this to be good. And they nailed it down because it is freaking awesome. All these cabinets play well. The camera work you could switch out on the fly, same with the Zen Studios ones, but here it feels maybe just a little bit better. Sure, the ball physics do get slightly more wonky here, and occasionally it will skip a frame, but that's a really small price to pay for a free download, or maybe even searching through the tons of games that you could play for free, or maybe even spend the $3 if you completely fall in love with that cabinet. And yes, they have my favorite pinball game ever on this list, the Star Trek Next Generation pinball machine. Darn right I'm gonna be buying this one, if not just to have it play in the background in my little home arcade here while I play other games, because it makes me feel like I'm back in the arcade and like a kid again, just like a good pinball machine should, or at least a good pinball video game. So it definitely deserves to go down as one of the best games ever for the Wii U. But of course, that's just my opinion. Thanks for watching.
Sir, a strange object is dead ahead. On screen. Magnify.